Loud. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Marketplace, and we are here to showcase what everyone's latest business offers are, or their general offers are to the business world and the consumer world that's out there. Our host Mark Burns is here with us. Hi, Mark. How you doing? Say hello to
Very,
the world.
very well, very well. Thank you everyone for turning up. I know it's dinner time, so I really appreciate it. Um, Enjoy yourself. That's what this is about.
Enjoy yourself and get that message out there nice and clear. So we're going to start. I'm going to start at the top right hand side of my screen, and I'm going to highlight our very first uh, uh, presentation, and also from the point of view of what their latest business offers are and or their general offers are to the business world. And that, my friends, is Mr. Steve Soto. Steve, you're
All right,
first on
it's
my list, my friend. Lovely to
honor
have
to
you with
be
us.
first. Um, and I'm really glad that Marketplace was today because we're halfway through the month of January, and I finally solidified what my new direction was. Because I think last time we were at a meeting, people are asking, "Well, what's your pledge for the new year?" And I'm like, "It was day 5. I have no solid plan yet."
Yeah,
But by day 15, I do have a solid plan. And so many of you know I'm a partner at the Breezy Company, and traditionally I pitch us as a marketing team for hire. And reality is that in 2026, Chat GPT is taking over a lot of marketing creation. I mean, we used it as a tool for a long time, and a lot of people are like, I don't know why I pay you $1,000 when I can hire Chat GPT for 20. And there's a lot of good reasons. I'm not going to get into those arguments, but I'm not one to fight the tide. So my offer, starting just recently, is I will sit down with people and talk about their AI strategy, not only as it relates to marketing, but to their business in general, because I've been needing to do that for the past 11 months with all my customers. I mean, every one of my customers I've had this conversation with, and we've come up with strategies and implementations. And I want to offer this to the people here, that we have at least an initial sit down conversation, no charge, and just talk about what's AI going to do to help or hinder your particular business. And I can draw on now dozens of conversations. I'm a voracious consumer of information with regards to this, and I think you could benefit from just having a short 15-30 minute conversation with me to at least understand how AI is going to impact your business. If that leads to, and hopefully it does, an engagement, that's great. If not, I'm going to be using you as guinea pigs to polish up my pitch. So if you can't hire me after we've had a conversation, you owe me a critique. So that's what this offer is about this month.
that is absolutely fantastic, mate. That's a really good offer. A free 15 to 30 minute review on how AI can impact your business, and of course, everyone's talking about AI at the moment. So that in all honesty is a really on topic conversation. So thank you for bringing that to us. And guys, reach out to Steve. If whilst when you come off of highlight, if you can put your contact details in the chat, anybody then can reach out to you and have that initial conversation with you to see where it can potentially take them and take you working alongside them maybe in the future as well. Thank you so much for bringing that to us. I really appreciate it.
Thank you, Sean.
Next up, we have the amazing Carolyn Hobbs, who's on my on the hit list. Here she is, Carolyn.
Hello.
Hello. Tell us on the call and the world who are going to be listening on YouTube what it is you're bringing this month.
Well, I'm suggesting that people have a new habit for this year and hopefully take it forward through other years as well, and to send a letter and or a card to somebody that they know each month. because the person is worth the stamp. So hashtag worth the stamp. So I have some special offers on letter writing kits, and I'm putting some others together. I already have greeting cards, and this is really for people in the UK. I have some greeting card packs of 5 cards for £10, plus postage if they need posting out, can be collected from me locally. And it's really just to get people connected, get those letters and cards dropping through the letterbox, because people love receiving letters and cards. They can sit with a cuppa and sit and read the letter that they've received, and it just is something that I think needs to be habit forming. So that's my offer and suggestion for this year for people, that they start a new habit and send people cards and letters each month, maybe just one person a month, because they are worth the stamp.
That's another awesome offer, and and it's also it creates such a personal bond between the person who sent it as well as the person, more importantly, who's received it as well, isn't it? So, totally with you on that one, and I would certainly recommend it. Again, speaking to Carolyn. So, if anyone on the call would like to reach out to Carolyn, could you put your LinkedIn details or your contact details in the chat now that you're coming off a spotlight, and we shall look forward to obviously getting those people engaging with you later. So next up, removing Carolyn from the spotlight, we have got the lovely Sophia Ago. Sophia, your latest or your big thing for this month or potentially for the year ahead. Tell us all about it.
Hey everyone, I am Sofia Rego. I'm based in Stockholm, Sweden. And as you see, my company name is Fia Soul Wisdom, and I'm all about the soul. I work as an energy healer. And my offer today is for all us busy business. We like visibility. And what I do is I feature you on my Instagram, where I feature experts with all range of expertise. You come on and I help you. It's not just visibility, it's support that goes behind. And I support you with getting connected with your soul clients and your soul collaborations. And that's my offer. Come and meet me at Holistic Concierge.
That is absolutely fantastic. Again, another lovely offer to the group and to anybody listening in. So, again, Sophia, thank you so much for that wonderful offer. Could you also just put the links in the chat for where people can get hold of you, and also your Instagram, so people can follow you there? That would be awesome. Thank you so much. Thank you for being part of the marketplace today. I really do appreciate it. We're adding the main man to the spotlight now, and the main man is sitting in the most beautiful country where the sun shines more than it rains. Unfortunately, over here in the UK, it's been raining terribly, but we are from the sunny island of Lanzarote. Crazy David Penny. Crazy David, lovely to have you with us, mate. Tell us what your latest offer is, or what you'd like to bring to the table.
Thank you very much, Sean. My name is Laura, and I've got a bit of a cold, so I might not sound my normal self today. But I'm a very experienced journalist, and I'm an independent PR person who specializes in understanding your business and then creating very, very good content and putting it out to the media world for you to get more exposed. Oh, sorry, it's not. Oh, no, Laura's going to be on later. I'm not really Laura. Okay. Crazy David, I've lived on the Canary Islands full-time for over 20 years. I originally from Inverness, capital of the Highlands of Scotland. I run a couple of businesses here, one of which, Adventure Holidays Lanzarote, has been running for 17 years. And in addition to that business, I'm an independent bonded ABTA travel agent. So we provide things to do, fun in the sun, accommodation and flights, etc., all with the peace of mind knowing it's bonded and protected. In addition to that, I run a business called Lanzability, which is the biggest business of its kind here on Lanzarote, providing care and support, mobility equipment, adapted accommodation, adapted transport for anybody who has any form of disability. I've literally just come back from spending some time with a group today, and for some strange reason, they seem to enjoy themselves. Bought my lunch and gave me a big tip. So, whilst I was on the call, thinking on my feet, what can I bring to the table in terms of an offer, which could be seen as an incentive or a carrot for somebody to want to make contact with me? Because normally, in my 4 years, I've been a premier partner with the TTBCA. Nobody ever wants to talk to me, and I'm, left here on my own. But as an incentive for anybody who wants to make a connection, exclusive to TTBCA members, and yes, you need to be a member to be able to redeem this benefit. Any booking with me between now and the end of March 2026 will enable anybody who books my gold package will get it for a silver package, which can be found on my website, and I'll put details on in a minute. So they can get the gold package at the silver price. Or if they have a form of disability, they get a €200 voucher to put towards the cost of their mobility equipment or their care or whatever. And to extend on that offer, I mean, I'll tell you now, we get 11% commission for a Jet2 holiday. I'll give that commission back in full to anybody who books with me between now and the end of January. We're also with all the big cruise companies, the big hotel companies, and TUI have just come on board. And we also, now I haven't checked this, but I received a message while I was out today. We now have a collaboration partnership with Ryanair, which really surprised me because they don't give discount to anybody. So that's my offer, exclusive to TTBCA members, and it's valid anytime between now and the end of March. You don't need to do anything other than make the booking. And then there'll be a deposit to confirm that inquiry, and then dates and details will be sorted out after that. So providing I receive confirmation that somebody wants to go ahead before the end of March 2026, you get the gold package for the price of silver, or a €200 voucher for anybody who may be registered with a disability, or the commission back, which we as an independent travel agent, ABDA bonded, would receive for booking the holiday. How's that?
That is absolutely brilliant, and I can tell you that anybody who wants to find out more information, obviously David's going to go straight on to give us in the chat the links to the website. Take a look at what that gold package brings you and see what brilliant discount that is to have a silver package price at a gold package level. So brilliant offer. Thank you so much for obviously reaching out.
I'd just like to say, even though I've had this lurgy now for about 3.5 weeks, as you can probably tell in my voice, I am David. I'm not Laura, I'm David.
Well,
And
to
I live in a
expand,
shitty, rainy, dark rock or in the North Atlantic. And I don't have a beach right next to me. But I'd like to say that I appreciate everything David is trying to do. I've not been on the ball for the last few weeks, but I am Crazy David 2.0.
thank you for that. I appreciate those kind words. I checked in the post to you. Obviously, with her very accurate description of who I am, that's the quality of the sort of work that she's going to produce. No beach, boring person. Miserable, got a cold for the last 4 weeks, bit of a wimp, and does nothing but moan.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
But she writes a bloody good article at such an affordable price. I can't afford to be cheeky to her.
yeah.
You need her as a
Watch
key
it.
person within your team, guys. Absolutely brilliant. I can't wait till she's backfiring on all cylinders.
Oh God, I can't wait either. And do you know what, David? I appreciate your comments. And do you know what? It's just been like as you know, I love the water and I like to swim and I like to surf and all the rest of it. I went for the first time in 3 weeks yesterday and I feel like shit today now. So
I see you got your camera on. You look like shit as well.
yeah,
So
thank you.
you're welcome. But
No,
Laura, you know me well enough, and so does Sean and Carolyn and Ian and Mark also. I'll never be a good swimmer. I can't keep my mouth shut long enough.
I can get you out. You can rely on me to
Brilliant.
get you out.
Thank you very much, there, guys. Thanks, Crazy David, for your wonderful offer, as well as obviously highlighting Laura, who's not feeling very well today and doesn't really want to be highlighted. So
Thank
you've
you.
done her job for you within your presentation. So
Thank
thank
you.
you for that as well, my friend. Really do appreciate it. I'm adding to the spotlight the wonderful Catherine Haller. And Catherine, tell us what your latest business offer is.
Hi everyone. Well, as Sean said, I'm Catherine. I'm here with my very able assistant, Rafi, my cat, who apologies if he does actually walk along my computer while we're going through this. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about what I've got on offer, how it's affected me, and how it can help other people going forward. So I was made redundant back in 2008, and that felt like a really bad thing at the time, but it's turned out to be the best thing that ever happened to me because it forced me to question that old idea of get a job, work forever, retire someday. Because let's be honest, that model hasn't worked for an awful long time. And I'll be honest as well, I was exactly the kind of person that I'm about to describe. I loved my IT career and I was good at it as well. But I knew I didn't want to be doing it forever. And I had absolutely no idea what business I'd start instead. I just couldn't see that solution until I found what I do now. And I guess that's why I meet so many smart, capable people who say they'd love to run their own business. But because they don't have a business idea, they assume that that option's just not available to them. But most people who build something meaningful didn't start with an idea. No, they started, just like me, partnering with something that already worked. And why not? So I work with people who partner with me to build something of their own, starting part-time, and it's usually alongside something that they already do. The great thing about it, though, is there's structure, there's full training, there's a tried and tested system, and ongoing mentorship. So you're not trying to figure everything out all on your own. And this is where expectations matter, I suppose, because I'm not talking about a get rich quick scheme. And I'm not talking about passive income that's going to come in by next month. But what I do is a scalable business. And, the ceiling even goes up to 7 figures. Sadly, most people hear that and think, oh, or assume, well, that must cost thousands to get involved. And that's usually where their thinking stops. But in reality, the financial outlay to get started with me is just £10. After that, the real investment is in time, effort, and growth. It's about learning new skills, showing up consistently, and becoming the kind of person who can lead. And that, I think, was the appeal to me. And yeah, of course, people are going to come in to make money. Of course they will, because that's what we all need. But I think they get a surprise to find out what's available in the community because it's about being positive, growth-minded people. And it's done so much for me with building confidence. So it grows us personally as well as professionally. My mission this year is to help at least 100 families move away from jobs or businesses that they hate, because that's not living, is it? And into lives with more choice, more freedom and fulfillment, and maybe even finding that purpose that people are looking for. And I'm looking for people who want to pay that forward and do the same. So what I'm looking for really are two leaders to partner with me. So if anything of this has resonated to anyone this evening, please come and talk to me afterwards. I'm easy to find as well. I'm on all socials and I'm always happy to have a proper conversation. If it's not for you, that's absolutely fine. But if it is, it's definitely worth exploring. Thank you very much, everyone.
Thank you so much as well for that wonderful presentation. So if you're looking for to build a career, build an opportunity for you and a legacy for your family, then go and speak to Catherine Horler. Catherine, put your details in the chat for us so that
Will
people
do.
can reach out to you. Next
Perfect.
up to the spotlight
Thank
is the
you.
wonderful Lisa Greer. Lisa, the floor is
Hello.
yours. Tell us all about what you're bringing
Um,
this month.
so I have a unique offer. So in the nutshell, we do third-party IT auditing. What that means is, in the nutshell, when companies hire a third-party IT consulting company, we come in and audit that consulting company to make sure they're doing what you paid them to do. And we always look at the contract. What were the terms? What were they supposed to be delivering, designing, building for you from an IT perspective? And then we analyze where the gaps are. In that work, since we're always looking at the contracts, like, let's see how we can help them with the contract. So my new just launched product is called Fine Print IQ. It's spelled a little differently, but what it does is it analyzes your IT contracts before you sign so that you can see what's missing, where the gaps are there certain terms that should be in there, certain terms that should not be in there. Again, though, I must emphasize, we are not a legal company, we are IT. But because we look at a lot of IT contracts, depending on the kind of project work that's being done, there are certain things that we can do from an educational purpose perspective to give you awareness to say, you should talk to your legal team or your lawyer, attorney, what have you, about these things that we found that are not in there at all. Or this is pretty thin. If they're working with, PHI, patient health information, personal information, they should be following HIPAA compliance rules and guidelines. We do not find much of HIPAA relevance in the contract. You should talk to your attorney about that. So it's about being aware, it's about providing education, and we specifically focus on IT contracts. So our slogan is see what's hiding in the fine print of your IT contracts before you sign. And the product is called Fine Print IQ. And we just launched actually last week. And we're offering a 50% discount for those who sign up and join our wait list.
Absolutely brilliant. Thank you so much. That's fantastic. 50% off. That sounds awesome. If you're interested in finding out more information, Lisa will be popping her details in the chat, but also in the breakout rooms for everybody else when they open a little bit later on. Feel free to jump in a breakout room with Lisa and find out more information on what that saving is. Wonderful to have you here, Lisa. As always, thank you so much for joining us. And next up to the spotlight is this wonderful lady called Elaine Godley. Elaine, lovely to have you with us, and tell us about what's new for you and what you're bringing to this month or this year ahead.
Okay, well, nothing in particular in terms of offers and whatnot, but I'm not sure everybody knows what I do in an event. So I've got two QR codes by the side of me. The orange one is the Perfect Health Hub, and that is a free resource for anybody to go onto. I'll just put the link in the chat there. So you can go on there and register for free, and you can access all of the health information that's on there. The articles have been read over 62,000 times now. That number of views in the last 12 months. I'm very happy about that. So somewhere is benefiting from the health guidance. I've also recently launched a magazine in the Algarve, where I live in Portugal. And as you can see, it's called Health and Happiness in the Algarve. So another QR scan to scan. But if you provide virtual services, then you can still access the magazine. So that's available as well. And Steve, I've tried to contact you on LinkedIn, but you have to. We all need your email address, otherwise we can't contact you. So perhaps you could pop that in the chat box. And Carolyn's suggestion of new habit. This is not red wine, which it was last year. This is beetroot juice and fizzy water, and it's gorgeous. It's really, really nice and very, very good for blood pressure. Not that I have high blood pressure, but if anybody wants to bring their blood pressure down. So what I actually do, I do kind of three things. I'm speaking at a health summit next month, and today I've been working on the presentation, and I've highlighted three things. So I do disc behavior profiling. So how our health, how our behavior is, that will determine our health. So we've got various different aspects to our personality style. Each of the personality styles are predisposed to certain health conditions. So that's step one, find out what your disc profile is. Step two is to test. So when we can see on the behavior profile that you've got an issue, so Dr. Joe Dispenza talks about a gap. I talk about a shift. When we shift our behavior from our natural style to how we are in the public eye, if we're not being authentic, we have this gap, we have this shift. That's where we get ill. So if we're not being authentic, we're showing up differently to how we are, say, when we're at home or in our comfort zone. That's where we get health challenges. And then people start guessing. They take supplements that don't suit their body. They spend a fortune on different therapies, and they're just wasting money, down the toilet. So by testing, taking either a hair sample or a blood sample, which you can do yourself at home, we can then look at what's actually causing the problem with your health and get to the root cause and fix that through a variety of different devices and sources and strategies. And then also the other part, the third part of the thing that I do is looking at the toxicity. So through the hair analysis, we can see what the mineral imbalances are, what the heavy metal toxicity is. Then look around you in your home, look at all the toxic things that you have. Are you even aware of the toxicity that's there? The chemical products, hair shampoos, um, um, dodgy toilet paper. I know it sounds a bit gross, but go for recycled rather than the bleached white. You're putting that on your body every day, and it's carcinogenous. It can cause cancer for some people. Look at how you are in the kitchen. Do you cook with plastic utensils? Do you drink from the water from the tap? Do you drink from water bottles, plastic water bottles? Cameras, candles. There's so many things around us that we just think are wonderful and nice smelling and keeping us clean, but actually they're poisoning us. So look at your behavior style, test for what your body is actually going through, dealing with it, and detox. And these can all be done simultaneously. And join the Health Hub for free. And come and join us on a Friday morning, 11 till 12. Any member of this group can come and join us free of charge anyway. And then you've got the free health articles that you can scan or use the link in the hub. So that's me.
Thank you so much for that. And certainly a very, very useful offer there. Jump on the obviously the link that's there to join the Health Hub. The Perfect Health Hub is there, and there is a meeting that runs weekly as well. And sometimes that's when she says 11 o'clock. That is 11 o'clock UK time. It's just so be aware, obviously, for those on different continents, that is obviously a different time zone. But reach out to Elaine. Elaine, if you could put your contact details in the chat for everyone, reach out, and then obviously they can have a further conversation with you. And if obviously if people are wanting to have a further chat whilst they're on the call, when we open up the breakout room, people can obviously reach out to anybody on the call that's there at that time and ask for more information. Thank you so much for that, Elaine. That's absolutely wonderful. Thank you for that wonderful offer. I'm going to remove you from Spotlight and bring in Richard Holter to the fore. Hello, Richard. How are you, my friend?
Hello. Thanks, Sean. I've known Sean for quite a while now. I've watched him grow this effort, and it's pretty spectacular what he's done. Who am I? Well, do we have a half an hour or just a couple of minutes?
Couple of minutes, my friend. Yeah, a couple of minutes.
Well, okay, several things. First, I'm in retail technology. My company is Global Retail Technology Advisors. So we're a consulting firm if you want to understand how to move into the modern retail world with your modern point of sale systems, your modern customer systems, things like that. In addition, I've written 4 courses. I think I've just added a fifth course on various aspects of retail, customer service, point of sale, uh, what does a modern architecture look like? Things of very technical stuff. I have a YouTube channel out there that's got, I think they said it was over 70 YouTube videos. If you want to know what artificial intelligence is, if you want to know what blockchain is, these are great terms that are being thrown out, and understanding them is a real challenge. And my YouTube channel is not written at a detailed technical level, but it's written at a level that people can easily understand, and it's free. So I'm not charging anybody anything for that. I've written a book called Arts for Retail, using technology to turn your consumers into customers and make a profit. It's a 3 volume book. I've been trained by over 1,600 subject matter experts in my career, and the book is the knowledge that they've given me. I'm sharing it with you guys. I did it as a Kindle book to keep it cheap. It's a 3 volume set because Kindle has a limit of 100 page per book. So it took 3 books, 3 volumes to get it out. Um, and I'm in the process right now of creating an artificial intelligence app. So if you want to ask questions about building a new point of sale system or buying it, you'll be able to ask it and it will do the detailed work for creating your RFP to get out there to buy stuff like that. We're hopefully having that ready for public by the end of the year, hopefully by June, actually. Um, and I'm a consultant. I have been all over the world. I've taught major companies, like Costco in the United States and Kosud, a Harrods department store in England, uh, 7-Eleven in Oslo, Norway. I've been in 20 different countries teaching people about the details of this work. Um, I guess that's enough. I
No,
keep
that's
busy.
absolutely brilliant. Thank you so much, Richard. And if you've got a link to your book, your 3 volume book on Kindle, do drop that into the chat, as well as obviously your connection details on LinkedIn, because I know that's where you hang out as well, so that people can reach out to you and find out more
Yeah,
about all of the work that you do, and see if there's
yeah,
anything that they can use you for to help them.
yeah. There's a video out there called "Who Am I," which tells you if you want to blame somebody for buying online, I'm the guy. I wrote the first online credit card authorization system in 1994. Um, and one guy told me that I was the unknown creator of e-commerce. So I got the blame.
Right. Bless you. It was a good blame anyway. You were the one striving for the future. Right, brilliant. Thank you so much for that. I'm now bringing up the lovely Gracie from Boomerang, and she's going to tell us what the latest thing out there from Boomerang is on offer. So, Gracie, the floor is yours. Go for it.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. So I want to hit all time zones to make sure that everybody's addressed. So particularly here, it's 2:41 a.m. So it's almost all of the chickens are about to do their vocals any moment from now. So there, my name is Gracie, and I work for a company called Boomerang. So basically, we help US, UK, Canadian, and Australian companies hire full-time employees, and this is going to be based off of the Philippines. So our target there is for you to find talents that are going to stay for long term and of course perform at their best. Um, And essentially, this process is vetted on by a very, very meticulous hiring process. We make sure that we don't just point and shoot at a resume. We make sure that my main job essentially is to make sure that I'm doing it right by the client. Not every lead becomes a client because if I know that it's not yet, I mean, the lead is not yet ready to go for an offshoring, it's going to be a long-term solution for them, I would not even recommend it. But I'll be more than happy to actually talk to everyone and have a free consultation. I bring with me 20 years of experience in the offshoring industry, and I work for very, very good brands like Amazon, Microsoft, um, Avis and Budget Group, mostly are US clients. But with that, I have led both the training and quality team. I've done operations. I've done probably the last thing that I haven't done is to clean the floors in the call centers here in the Philippines. But really, everything, anything since 2007, I've been doing it, and here I am right now for Boomerang, making sure that I bring that along with me to my either would-be clients or either my clients. So I help them strategize. In particular, like say for example now, just a little bit of storytelling. I have this client who's based off Maribel, Spain. I don't know if you guys have heard the trend that people would fly to Turkey, men in particular, to get an implant for hair. So think of that, but on a dental campaign perspective. So my client was talking to me about how most likely their target market right now is UK clients, because if you're gonna weigh it out on how much it will be costing in the if you have done it within the UK versus flying in to Marabella, it would be, you know, a no-brainer to have a travel and have your, you know, and see your dentist. So but the problem with that is they've never done it in the past. They've never offshored before. They don't know what system to use and whatnot. Now, first and foremost, sorry, I got off track. Crazy and crazy. Well, a little storytelling. I'll just sidetrack a little bit. My name is actually Mary Grace, but to make it very, very memorable for everyone, because there's 10,000 other Mary Graces out there, I always introduce myself as Gracie. It's crazy with a G. So yes, David, you and I are going to be connected to the hip, whether you like it or not. Okay. So there. So going back to that is so what I did for them is one, I was open and honest about the possibilities that you know, one of the biggest things that I've learned and work with clients is that if you want a very strong sales campaign, lead quality would be your very most one of the things that you need to, you know, put focus on. Outside of that is a very foolproof operational process. So what I've initially, and this is we're already in the talking phase, and they want to move on to the next level now after what I've suggested to them, is what I did is um, I basically gave them the scenario, made sure that I highlighted the risk, that this is the first time that they're doing it, and these are the probable risks that the business may have. These are the mitigations. So, in essentially, what I wanted to do or strategize for that client is to do a leadership rollout first before scaling. Meaning, we will be getting a very good operations manager and lead generation specialist who would put together all of the SOPs, of course, with Boomerang support. Because if you become a client with us, we don't just leave you after we find the person for you. We have a full blast account managing team, which manages or helps your staff, you know, be the best they can be. This person that you, our client will be talking to this person every day, every second of their day, if you even like. So depending on what type of relationship and communication style that you would actually build with your account management team. So that's what I have. They liked it. I made sure that I laid down a very, very foolproof RASI model on it. and made sure that I was very open and honest and transparent on all of the possible risks. So they like what they saw, and we're now moving on to the next level. And I can do that for you. I can do that for you. It might not be a full blast launch plan because that's what I've done for them. But if ever that you're curious to know how your business can be better, and again, this is based off of what I've seen with my clients, how I work with them, and even just if you're thinking about offshoring, I know that the very first thing that you think about when you hear offshoring is the cost. Yes, definitely, there's going to be a very good part of that, but before doing that, before moving on to the cost, I want to also make sure that you realize that when you're offshoring, you're not just basically hiring a Filipino and having to have an extension or someone who's doing everything on the back end. It's not just like that. What we encourage is for you to think about expanding your business globally, having having your base here in the Philippines with your Philippine team. So it's basically doing the same training for your folks back there onshore, making sure that we support your onshore team, and be your backup. And at the end of the day, you know, be the reason to expand your business globally. So I hope that somehow that entices you for a one-on-one with me. Other than that, if you want me to tell you a lot of stories, I'm a very good storyteller too. Multi-awarded when I was in school. So if you just want to chit chat, I'm also free for that. So anyway, again, my name is Gracie. Please feel free to book a consultation one-on-one and whatnot. I'm also I have a couple of networking teams as well in organizations. I'm even a vice president of one of them, and mostly they're U.S. based. So if this is something that you want to touch, if you want to have a reach in the U.S. market, more than happy to see whether my connections can be introduced to you.
Thank you so much for that. That's a lovely offer, and yeah, absolutely. Do get hold of Gracie. She is on LinkedIn. She's email address obviously is down there in the bottom left hand corner of her screen as you look at it. So, but do reach out and make sure you make that connection. It will be a definite positive connection moving forward. And like she said, if you just want to chit chat, she's really good at chit chatting as well. So there you go. It's a great way to start a journey together. Thank you so much for that, Gracie. A lovely, lovely presentation, and thank you so much for joining us today. Don't forget, when we open up the breakout rooms in less than, in fact, around about 10 minutes' time, you can always go and have a chat with Gracie right here, right now on the call. So feel free to reach out to her and send her a message and let her know which room you'd like to go and meet her in. Next up, we have this man. We have Mr. Ian Reid, who's going to tell us about his latest business offer or what's going on in the cost-saving city world that he works in. Go for it, my friend.
Oh, hi everybody. It's been great listening to everybody, although I'm really confused of who the real Crazy David is, because everybody seems to be pretending to be Crazy David tonight. So, yeah, you all know what I do. I help people save money through a whole host of different things. Over 60 cost-saving solutions we've got to our name. And this month we are looking this just for TTBCA members, 20% off any SMS text messaging marketing that you're going to be doing, if you're planning on doing that. And also potentially, if you would like it, a VoIP phone service for your business, completely free of charge. So that's our deal for this week. I thought I'd keep it short and sweet because, well, that's what I'm like. Back to you, John.
Brilliant, mate. Absolutely fantastic. Thank you so much for that. So reach out, VoIP opportunities, free VoIP, and some discounts as well on marketing using the text messages. So brilliant. Thank you very much, mate. Brilliant. Reach out to him. Don't forget to put your details in the chat, Ian, just in case people aren't connected with you. I'm sure most of them are, but just in case they're not, pop your details in the chat. Right, so next up, we are going over to our host, Mark Burns. Mark, we're going to add you to the spotlight, and you've got the rest of the meeting till the top of the hour, mate, to give us a little bit of a lowdown on what's happening in your world and also how you're helping others reach a much wider marketplace. Over to you, my friend.
Thank you, thank you. And again, thank you, everyone. You got some really, really good and interesting stuff this evening. We have had on the previous ones, but it looks like people are really getting into this. So I thank you for that. And like I say, I always thank you for the time that you take to express what you do. Like everybody else in business right now, everyone has been talking for the last year at least, and some for many, many more. And Steve Soto is doing the same. Is that everyone is talking about AI? Everyone is talking about, and they're often worried about it, and they don't know how to implement it. And so what I've found is that everyone knows how to use it at quite a low level. They're using ChatGPT, they're using other tools, and they're not really able to question necessarily the outcome. So they're also spending an awful lot of money on subscriptions for all of these things that keep popping up on LinkedIn, on everywhere else, telling you to subscribe to this and you'll miss it if you don't do this and do that. I use 3 tools only. And the reason I do is because they work for me and they've been working very well for clients that I have been working with to create concepts. What I don't want to do, and I'm going to put the link in the chat in a bit, is what I don't want to do is become your website designer, to become your presentation designer, to create concepts, and we hold each other's hand for a year and you'll get, a monthly bill like you have with everything else. The idea is, like Steve Soto said, to talk about, and I really was encouraged by what he said, because that's exactly what I'm planning to do. And that is to discover and help companies that want to use AI and want to create something, but haven't necessarily got the budget to go all in, not sure whether it's going to work. And my aim is to create concepts that are cost effective, where you can trial the market, be it an app, be it a video, be it a presentation, be it a pitch deck, be it a web page, whatever it is. I'm even doing a digital magazine for a couple of people. So I'd like to speak to people that would like to look at new ideas using AI, using all the tools that I use, and I'll be happy to share that with them. And if anyone's got any clients that they would like to just introduce to me for that 15, 20 minute, half an hour chat, then I would be happy to get involved at that level and see who and how I can help, especially people within the TTBCA. I'd like to keep it in TTBCA for now, and if it expands beyond that, then it might do that. But for now, I'm happy to keep most of the stuff that I do within this organisation. So I'm going to put the link in after this, but thank you for listening. And it's all about helping each other, and that's why we're here this evening. So thanks again, and hope you enjoy the break freeze in a few minutes.
Thank you so much for that, Mark. Absolutely brilliant, and yeah, definitely worthwhile having a conversation with Mark. The information that you get for those that receive the app that comes through with all the meetings on it, that is built by that man there. He's actually the one who's built that app to make it even easier for you just to click on a meeting and be able to drop in. So if you have received that, you'll know the type of work that he can give to you. Lots of different ways of usage. We use it that way. There's plenty of other ways to use use his services and promote and highlight your business. So do get hold of him. I'm just going to before I come to Crazy David, who's got a question. I just want to do this for myself, just because I want to inform you something before we turn the recording off. I'm just going to spotlight myself for those in membership. You're already aware of this, but for those who are not in membership, please be aware, and many of the collaborative networking meetings meeting partners have this offer as well. These people behind me, that if you are in wanting some investment in your business, we have a way collectively. You can come speak to me. I can obviously speak to your networking leader, or you can go straight to your networking leader and ask them for more information. If they want to pass them back to me, that's fine. But we can give you $1,000, £1,000, €1,000, depending on where you are in the world and how you trade, by becoming a member of the association or one of the collaborative networking partners. If you want that accessibility for that, then we've got that facility for you. But more importantly, it doesn't just stop there. It will also give you the opportunity to open up a whole new community to trade with. Because the way it works, which if you want to find out more information, you can let me know and I will go through the explainer for you. But the way it works is it's very exclusive, because we're creating our own internal economy from all of the networking groups that are around us, to make sure that we're supporting each other. So that if you want to spend £1,000 on your business, $1,000 on your business, spend it with one of us, and we will spend equally with you. But there's a way in equally that it will bring you more business and more cash sales into your business as well. So they're not only giving you £1,000, dollars, or euros, but we're also going to be giving you the opportunity to reach a community that is really willing, ready, and able to trade with you should you have the services or products that they want to buy. So just reach out to me and I'll tell you more about it. Happily do that. And if anyone wants that £1,000, $1,000, €1,000, it's there for you. You just got to come and speak to me. Crazy David, I'm going to remove myself from the spotlight, mate. You have a question, my friend?
Yes, please. I mean, 2026 or any new year is always considered to be a time for change and trying new things. And I would just like it to be noted while it's on record that I'm about to do something totally out of character and actually ask to be put in a breakout room with Ian Reid.
Wow, that is out of character.
I normally want
Could
to
the real
avoid
Crazy
him.
David please stand up?
I normally want to avoid him because it's one of the concessions I make to being a member and inconveniences that I have to suffer. But I genuinely would like to chat with him about hopefully doing a bit of business with him.
Awesome. That's absolutely fantastic. We'll make sure that, Ian, you can make sure you go into that breakout room and put yourself in with Crazy David, because Ian is about to open those breakout rooms, everybody. I'm going to stop the recording just to let everybody know who's listening in on the YouTube channel. This happens every month on the same time every month at the on this obviously Thursday evening. It's always the third Thursday. If anybody would love to be part of this, feel free to reach out to me on LinkedIn or Facebook. You'll find me there. And also, obviously, my colleague Ian Reid, who will also be able to guide you to this. And of course, our host, Mark Burns, who's here to obviously deliver this and give you the opportunity to showcase who you are, what you do, where you're from, and how you can help. So thank you very much. I'm going to stop the recording and we shall end